Now here's something that really puzzles me, and that is how it's possible in this country that people don't think a mirror like that is absolutely vital for riding safely on your bike. Now I know in Europe, they're on cycleways and so on, but we're mixing it with traffic, and it seems to me that if you don't have one of these things, it's virtually suicidal. You probably don't ride a bike like mine, but there are many different sorts of mirrors, aren't there? Attached in a huge variety of ways. So there's a mirror for every sort of riding, I believe. To make my case, I've got myself a helmet cam, and I've gone out and filmed what I see in this mirror here. And then I'm going to compare it with what I think other riders without mirrors are not seeing. Now here's the helmet on which the cam was mounted. Now don't laugh, I know it looks crazy, but it actually draws a lot of good attention to my cycling, and I think helps keep me safe. Perhaps it's a sympathy thing, but drivers give me wide berth. Here I am on Avoca Drive, riding on the shoulder, as I sometimes do. I'm glancing down at my mirror all the time, dividing my attention between the road in front and what's coming up behind. This red car is well behaved. Cars usually give me at least a metre clearance, I find. And this is not just because of my helmet, which often I'm not wearing. It's because having a very visible mirror like mine lets drivers know that I'm watching them. And as a result, they take more care. I know, because they've told me so. Here's another good reason for a mirror. I can see trucks and buses coming up and prepare myself for the buffet of air that will hit me, even if they're not passing that close. Now I'm running this footage at normal speed, and you can see that my glances down to the mirror are lightning quick, that I'm spending most of my visual time on the shoulder, which is probably covered with broken glass and sticks, this being Australia. But despite the awful conditions here, with my mirror, which you've noticed has no blind spot at all, I feel pretty safe on Australian roads. Now let's compare that with footage from two recent accidents. One from a headcam camera and the other from a camera in a car. Sadly, this cyclist is about to be knocked off his bike. We know he doesn't have a mirror because he does head checks. But what he sees with those head checks is very limited, and he seems to have no awareness of the danger, which is a white Jeep which is going to come up behind him. Here's the head check, no sight of the Jeep. And here comes the accident. He's swiped by the Jeep's mirror. What a terrible thing that is, huh? Could a bike mirror have prevented this? Well, look what happened just a minute before. This same Jeep almost crowds him into the gutter. Now, if it had a mirror, surely, knowing that that driver is now behind him, he would be watching that idiot like a hawk. But he is not, and he cannot. Not easily, at least. Now, it's true that you may be able to see further back with a head check than the head cam indicates. But when you do look back, look what happens to this rider here as he looks back towards my friend Paul's recumbent bike. He almost hits the curb. Now, honestly, is that a safe way to look behind compared with a mirror? The second accident is caught on a car camera. The rider in red at the lights seems to have no mirror. Whether that's true or not, It's weird that he's not aware of the strange behavior of the car behind him as it comes up and, apparently not seeing him, drives straight into him. Would a mirror have helped avoid this accident? What do you think? I think it would. If it had been me on that bike, I would have seen that driver and veered out of his or her path, considering that the white car is not going fast. This footage from the States suggests that the lack of mirrors is causing danger everywhere. The rider must be seeing this oncoming car, but is unaware of the passing car which will swerve in front of him or her to avoid collision. Surely a mirror would have shown that rider what was about to happen. Finally, in the UK, this rider seems to have had no mirror warning of what's happening here. Anyway, that's my take on mirrors. What do you think?